Hey guys, it's Conrad in the making. So you've nailed down that you want to go to nursing school. It's decided, it's a done deal, but you're having trouble deciding where to go. I got a list of stuff, I got some tips to help you decide. Let's get to it. Alright, first thing, you got to decide what program or career path you want to go toward, right? For example, I'm looking at anesthesia and certified registered nurse and anesthetist. So what I'm going to need, I know I'm going to need a BSN for that. Or if you're going for research, if you're going to want to teach, you need a doctor's of nursing practice. You're going to have to decide what program you want before you decide what nursing school you want to go to, obviously. After you determine what program, what steps you need to get to that career path, you can start looking at programs, maybe around your area. Second thing to consider is where is it located at? Farther places, that's going to take a toll on your car, on you to spend the money to get up there, to spend the time to get up earlier to get up there, whereas close to universities, you don't have to spend that money, you don't have to spend that time, so that's something else to consider. Which brings me to my next point, is how much time do these programs take to complete? If you have a 2-year program versus a 3-year program, yeah, the 2-year program may be done quicker, the 3-year program may have a lighter course load throughout the year, so if that's something that you think may be beneficial to you to keep your GPA up, to keep your grades up, then maybe consider the 3-year program over the 2-year. But personally for me, I chose 2-year because I want to move on in my career path. I'm excited to where I want to go, and if I think I can handle the 2-year program, I'm going to go ahead and take that step. Also, when looking at these programs, you need to decide specifically, do these programs require a TEAS test to get into? The one that I chose did, and so if you're looking at a program they require a TEAS test, you got to remember that's something else that you got to tackle before you even get in. So make sure you look at that before you decide on what program you're going to go to. Another thing to look at is clinical experience. What kind of experience do they offer clinically? This is the practice. This is where the book knowledge becomes real knowledge. If you don't have a program that offers adequate clinical experience, then how are you going to function as a nurse after the program's over with? If you can make straight A's on all the tests, but if you don't have the experience behind it, then, what's the point of even going? Another thing to look at when you're talking about clinical experience is this university, is this program attached to a medical center, or is there one readily next by? The one I chose, the University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences, it is a medical center attached to a scholastic university. They have a med school, a pharmacy school, a nursing school, they have a physician assistant school there. So that's going to affect the environment of your clinicals. I find it appealing to me, at least, that where I'm going to be doing my clinicals at on that med center is that it's a student-oriented atmosphere. People hopefully know what they want from their nurses and are going to teach you on the spot on your clinicals, as well as just in the classroom. Another extremely important thing is, what is the pass rates of the NCLEX scores among these different universities, among these different nursing schools, right? More often than not, and I would say probably always often than not, always high means always better or always good, right? And many times, if you're looking at schools that have a lot of students, the NCLEX rates may be reflective on the quality of teaching there, the quality of clinical experience there. So I wouldn't count it out just because a smaller school that may have some things you don't like about it has a really high NCLEX score. I would delve into it a little more and look at what they have to offer. The final thing I have on this video as far as what to consider is tuition. This is more than just cost of the attendance. You got to think about, is your career path going to compensate you enough to take care of possible student loans you had during nursing school? If maybe not as much as other nursing careers, then you may need to consider a school that has a slightly less tuition so you can crank it out and get that paid off as soon as possible. Whereas, what scholarship opportunities they have, what grant opportunities or programs do they have to where you can pay off your loan quicker, or if you don't have to pay off your loan, if you just don't have to pay as much money. I got 3 tips for you whenever deciding, to help you decide to go to a nursing school. Number 1, go to information meetings. Many of these universities hold information meetings. They tell you what the requirements are. They brag about their school. What are the NCLEX pass rates? How is their clinical experience? How is their teaching? So take the opportunity, to sign up for those, go to them. I promise you it'll ease your stress whenever thinking about that university. Second tip, ask former students that went there or current students that went there. What do they think about the clinical experience? What do they think about the teaching? How was it structured differently than maybe other universities? Why did they choose that one over others? That for me was incredibly important whenever considering what schools I wanted to go to, is I asked people that I knew, according to what schools do they go to. Third tip I have for you is ask prospective nursing students. Ask your classmates that are going to nursing school, why did they choose this nursing school that they're going to? What appealed to it to them? Why did they choose that one over the others? You know, I find that just talking to my friends about things, you know, they're going to know something that maybe I don't know about certain programs. So take advantage of, you know, your friends and classmates that you have and ask them where they're going and why they decided to go there. Before we wrap up, I got a question for you. Throw in the comments if you want to participate. You know, I want to hear, where did you guys choose to go to nursing school, and give me one reason why. You know, I want to hear from you guys. I want to see what it looks like from the community. You know, what nursing schools are the hot ones out there among you guys. And that's all I have for you. I'm going to wish you good luck on your hunt for the nursing school. Remember, the education's awesome. Just nail it down, you know, little steps at a time and you'll get there. I'm Conrad. I'm in the making. Keep the community, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next episode.